Hello, this is Brian Shannon from Alpha Trends Blogspot. It's Wednesday evening, August 16th, 2006. I'm not going to do any review of the market. You can look at my other video for that. What I'm going to do instead is make this a quick video. I've just got a few ideas here, four longs and one potential short for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get started by first taking a look at our friend Allscripts Express, or Allscripts Healthcare rather. Symbol MDRX. We've been looking at this one for 3 days now, and it has not given us any reason to buy the stock. It's not given us any reason to stop looking at it either. And this is where the risk of time comes in. There's a risk of price in the market. Obviously, you buy the stock and it goes down. And there's also the risk of time, the time that you wait for something to happen. And in this case, you bought the stock 3 days ago. You've been wasting your time. It's been doing nothing. And I believe the longer you have your money exposed to the market, the more likely it is something bad is going to happen, not something good is going to happen, especially in a choppy environment like we're in right now. So, same story with MDRX. We're going to wait for it to get above this high, 2205. Once it's above that level, I think you can set your stop probably below today's low. That also puts it below the 5-day moving average. Today's low was about $21.60. Let's take a look. What is that? 62 cents. So maybe 21.60. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe use that 5-day moving average, which is 21.69, just below that. I still think it has the opportunity to get up to about $23.5, $24 a share for MDRX. China, CHINA. This is CDC Corp shares A. This stock, as you know, I bought some calls in it. I still own those calls. I've got the September 5s that I paid 20 cents for, and they're still offered at 20 cents. So I've got the risk of time in there, but I'm not tying up much money. That's the difference. Here we look at a weekly time frame on this chart. You can see that it's flirting with breaking out here to multi-year highs, and if that's the case, I think it could make a run up for the highs from late 2004, which are at about 5.5, and I think it could happen quickly when and if it does. So we've got a bullish looking chart here with the 10-day moving average above the 20, which was above the 50. We've got the stock back above the 10-day moving average. We saw a little increase in volume in here as well today, so that's all very bullish. Looking at a 30-minute time frame, you can see that we've taken out some recent resistance right near this $4.60 level, and we got a nice spike towards the end of the day in volume, telling me that the buyers are getting a little more aggressive. There's more buyers sniffing around in here. So here's that $4.60 level. I do own the stock as well. I bought some today, so just full disclosure. I think my stop is most likely going to go below this level. I think you can buy the stock in around this area. Maybe wait for a pullback. Maybe you could bid it at 460 in the morning, but I don't think you're going to get much better chance. Maybe 458 to 460, and I think that the stock could get going pretty darn good here. I think that obviously, we've got this round number at $5 a share, and we've had prior resistance right in this level, which is 495. So that's going to be my initial target, and I would probably let go of my stock in there, and maybe even some of the options if I can get enough movement in the premium. But I think it makes for a good risk-reward ratio in here, so keep your eyes on China tomorrow. That's the symbol. Next up, I've got a little another cheap stock that trades on the New York Stock Exchange. We've looked at this one before. Isologen is the way I pronounce the name of the company. The symbol is ILE, Indian Lima Eddie. Here we've got clear stage 4 downtrend followed by accumulation. The stock broke out to a stage 2 uptrend right over in here back in or mid-June, and it's been consolidating on some light volume in here in a tight range. Now, the reason I'm interested in today is, one, we've got this nice little spike in volume, and it came back and tested this little resistance up near the $4 level again today, and I didn't draw either of those two trend lines too good, so let me try it again. But with this $4 level, again, resistance more often than it's tested, the more likely it is to break out. So we've got that volume. Now, it tested it intraday and pulled back. You can tell by that candle, and people will call that a spinning top or whatever they want to call it. But something happened in here. I'm not going to check the news because I don't care. Maybe if one of you does care, maybe you can post that in the comments if you're interested in what that news was. I'm not interested, so I'm interested in the stock action. Here's what we have today. We had the stock rally real strong and then a pullback. Now, the way the volume came in right here towards the end of the day, I think we're still going to be okay in this stock. Now, what you might want to do, we're looking at a 1-minute chart right here. What you might want to do in this stock is to pick up a little bit of it right here at current levels, okay? Right near maybe 385, and then I would say getting back above this level here, 392, maybe add a little bit to it. Worst case, I think you're stopping here, goes at about 372 or so, and then you can look on the upside for another test of that 4. I think it breaks out past 4 and can make a nice move up to about $4 a share. Last long stock we'll look at is Omnicell, symbol OMCL, Oscar Mary Charlie Libra, and here we've got a weekly time frame where it is broken out. Daily time frame, you can see this was that breakout. We've got this consolidation up in here. Nice tight range the last couple days, and I think breaking back above $17 a share. I think you're going to see a stop goes below this 1674, and I think you can see the stock up near about, if we take a measured move here, and let's be conservative and say 13.5, and let's just call that 16.5, 3 points. Add that to right about here, 15.5, maybe 18.5 or so. And I'm trying to be very conservative. You might look at that and say, oh, you didn't measure that properly. Well, if anything, I under-measured it just so I could be more conservative in my upward price target so we don't get too carried away and hold it too long and watch our profits evaporate. Last stock we'll look at today is Check Free Corporation, symbol CKFR, Charlie Kennedy Franklin Roger, and we've got the stock broken down here on a weekly time frame. It's consolidating on light volume in here. The way I'd like to see this one go tomorrow would be a short sale below this level right here. This is $36.15, and I think your stop goes just a little bit above today's high. So I think your stop could go 36.48. Again, I want to keep reminding you, make these ideas your own. Don't trade them just because I said to, or the way I traded them, or the way I suggest. Again, let me point out to this Omnicare today, OCR. I had suggested selling it short right here. I had suggested a stop above there. So you would have sold it short right in here, gotten stopped out right there, and then the stock caved in. Listen, I'm not perfect. I'm not unwilling to share with you my mistakes either. If that's the worst mistake I can make with you, though, I think you can live with that. And I'm not going to run from it. What I want to do instead is learn from it, point it out to you so you can learn from it as well, and maybe tweak your trading style. My name again is Brian Shannon. Thanks for visiting my blog. If you're seeing this on YouTube, because that's where I'm uploading it today, be sure to go visit my blog, because I know a lot of people put it on their favorites to get updated when I upload it to YouTube. So be sure to go over to the blog each day, because I don't always use YouTube unless it's under 10 minutes, which I think this is going to be. Thanks for your time.